Okay, hi everyone, welcome back. And in this update, we are going to check out Near Protocol's price chart and what we talked about in the previous video. I'm going to argue to the T played out because if you remember, the last time that we talked about Near, we were right around this low. I think the price to be exact was somewhere around $1.9. And I said, well, okay, I actually bought quite a bit of Near around the lows and not around the lowest low about 1.7 bucks. If you bought around that area, congratulations, you are an awesome trader. I just bought near about $1.8 and I was like, well, okay, odds are in this phase, we are going to actually get a rapid recovery phase. And this is literally what we have been waiting for quite a bit because in a lot of altcoins, if you remember, we were talking about having some sort of a V-shaped recovery phase after having this truly god-awful crash. And finally, in Near Protocol, we got our recovery. And well, this way of analysis, since it basically played out, I'm gonna argue pretty much lost its value. But no worries, in my view, in Near Protocol, we are actually looking quite good. And in fact, I do think that soon we are going to have some great moves on the upside. But before we get into all that, what is going on in this specific phase down right in here? Let's go on maybe 15-minute time frame and let's zoom out a bit more. So essentially, in my view, we are having the subwaves for hopefully something like an ABC flat, which for our subwaves, we're gonna have, excuse me, let's just take this one. ABC down into a correction for wave B. It can be in different forms, but if you like 100% want to go according to the rules, you have to consider an ABC for it, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave down, a rather strong move on the downside into our wave C. And the reason for why in this specific phase down in here you saw such a good strong move down, in my view, was because of that. I do think that off of the highs, excuse me, let's just take this one, we are having A, B, C down into A, B, C up into B, and a 5 wave down into wave C. Now, can the bottom in your protocol be in right around the current area? The answer is yes. Why? Because in terms of classic technical analysis, meaning support and resistances in daily and also H4 time frame at the same time, we do have like a rather important support. I think it was somewhere between 2.3 to about $2.4 region right in here. And the fact that we got a good bounce, in my view, can definitely be an optimistic sign, but it's not really enough. What I want to see is this. Maybe after having another kind of a small move on the downside in the next couple of hours, I want to see a rather strong bounce in order for me to be able to say, okay, we are having in here, excuse me, 5 up into 1 to about this point and not the highs, followed by an ABC flat into wave 2, and this is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave up, again a strong move into wave 3, correction for 4, another move on the upside into our wave 5. Now, any analyst at any given moment should be able to come up with a bullish and also sort of kind of a bearish scenario at the same time in order to remain objective. So that's why I'm gonna tell you right now, if in here we see in some lower time frames a break of this very important support, at that point you should probably expect something like a 12% move on the downside, because in H4 time frame when we got this bounce, let's actually measure it real quick from the lows to about the highs. As you can see, this was like an 80% bounce, which is quite huge, and it happened like seriously fast. And as a result of it being fast, in H4 time frame we created a decent gap, and unfortunately that one is somewhere around $2.05 to about $2.10. And since I believe gaps 95+% of the time are going to get filled, well, I'm here to tell you, look, in here, if we end up getting a break of this support, the next target is probably going to be about 12% lower in order to fill this gap. And then we are going to once more make new videos and see, are we going to have another move up or not? My base case, yes, we are hopefully going to have another move on the upside. And now let's talk about the overall structures. You see, in Near Protocol, for so long, we were saying, yeah, you know what? We are essentially stuck in a beautiful ranging pattern, something like this, excuse me, there we go, And if you are a fan of classic patterns, well, I guess you can say maybe this is like a Wyckoff accumulation pattern. This can be your first test, this is your second test, and this can be your final test. And what's next? You know what? A massive breakout. Now, what was so fascinating about this beautiful ranging pattern in Near Protocol is the fact that around the lower band of this ranging pattern, we are having a rather strong support area, and around the higher band of this ranging pattern, we are actually having an insanely strong resistance. However, I said odds of Near Protocol getting a break of this pattern on the upside is actually quite more. Why? Because sure, this is a decent resistance area. However, it's actually quite weak. Why? Let's go around here. You see, if you want to go like 100% according to the rules, well, they tell you the more times that we touch a resistance area, the more important and strong it gets. Well, this isn't really true. I mean, sure, it is true. The more times that we touch a resistance area, the more important it gets, but it gets much more important when we end up getting a break of it. In other words, if we touch a resistance more than a couple of times, it actually becomes weaker. Why? Simple reason. You see, the whole reason for why we consider an area a resistance is because of the amount of short orders that we are having around this region. So let's say initially we are having 20 short orders, and the first time that the price reaches to about here, 5 of those orders are going to get activated, and as a result, you are only going to have 15 orders remaining. Another time we're going to touch this region, let's say, I don't know, another 8 orders are going to get activated, you are only going to have 7 orders remaining. Another time we're going to get to here, another 5 orders are going to get activated, you are only going to have 2 orders remaining. And there will be a time when we are going to get to here and there isn't really going to be any short orders in this area, meaning what? Yep, there isn't really any reason for the price to get a rejection. Instead, we are actually going to get a break of this thing, consolidate above it, and then get another move on the upside. And well, you just completely understood for why I'm telling you the more times that we touch a resistance, the weaker it absolutely gets. And question for you, how many times have we touched this thing? Let's just do a quick count. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe even 10, 11, 12, 13 times we got to here, and every single time we got some sort of a reaction. So you know what, I'm gonna argue in Near Protocol, hopefully this time is going to be different. And right now we are just gathering the fuel for like a very strong breakout. And the moment that we end up getting a breakout, I think like the bare minimum target is going to be reaching to about this area. And even this isn't really necessarily that much of like a strong resistance, between let's say 5.2 to about $6 region. Personally, I actually have like a much better target. You see, in my view, in Near Protocol, as long as I'm not proven otherwise, by the way, this is going to be my primary scenario. We are hopefully having 5 up into 1. The current move down is just a correction, and even if it's going to continue for another 10%, no problem at all. I am absolutely going to be fine with that. In fact, I might actually take that as a decent buying opportunity and add some more Near Protocol to my portfolio around the lows. And then, in my view, we are going to get a good move up into wave 3, 4, 5, most likely in order to maybe reach to about these areas, about $11.5 to about $14.5. Now, why is this thing so important? Well, do you remember a couple of minutes ago, I told you there's a gap around $2.1 on H4 time frame, right? But for the same reason, meaning like a massive gap, this time on weekly time frame, I think in Near Protocol, we are probably going to, by the end of this cycle, get a good move up in order to fill this gap that was created as a result of this specific move down happening way too fast. And if we want to get there, well, okay, that means essentially from the current point, something like a 500 to 600% move on the upside, which from my point of view, it's definitely not that bad, especially since I actually bought my Near Protocols right around the $1.8 region. So overall, let's not even talk about those insane numbers. Let's just say this, in my view, in Near Protocol, this resistance is now really, really weak. And the next time that we get there, hopefully we are going to get a break of it, meaning we do something like this, go immediately above this region, do just a little bit of consolidation, like a teeny tiny move on the downside, and then get such an explosive move on the upside. And this, my friends, is my primary case. And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in Near Protocol. And until the next update, I hope you have a wonderful time with your family and loved ones. Goodbye.